Welcome to the Heart of a Viking. This channel offers elementary art lessons taught by Mrs. Minto from the Cape Henlopen School District in Delaware. I look forward to virtually creating with you. There are new lessons posted weekly. Subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss a single one. So go grab your art supplies and your thinking caps and let's begin. Welcome back, kindergarten artists! I'm excited to share with you one of my favorite stories, the rainbow fish. So before we begin our project together, you'll need to head over to the website that's listed on the page right now, or I also put a link for it down in the description, so you can look for it there as well. Go ahead and listen to the rainbow fish story, and then come on back here and we can learn about the underwater world of rainbow fish. So, what did you think? Wasn't it a fantastic story? I just love that one. Okay, so to begin our project for today, we're going to begin with our piece of drawing paper, and I'm going to hold it tall in front of me to get started. Now, I'm going to be drawing rainbow fish right here in the center of my paper, right where my hand is sitting right now. And I'm going to draw pretty big. I want rainbow fish to be the most important thing in this picture. Now, to start rainbow fish, I'm actually going to start to draw a letter. Do you recognize that letter? That's a letter V, and it's pretty large, right? But now at the top of the letter V, I'm going to make a rounded line that goes from one side of the V all the way to the other side. Looks like an ice cream cone. Then I'm going to turn my paper sideways to start drawing all of the fins. Okay, once you get that finished, we're going to start with his tail fin. So I'm going to make a line that goes up from the bottom of that V, then turns around, heads back down, and comes back up. Perfect. Now, rainbow fish has a fin on the top of his body, so I'm going to draw a pretty large fin here. I don't want it to be pointy, I don't want him to look like a shark, so I'm going to make it rounded. And then at the bottom of his body, he has a couple of small fins. One at the back, and then one at the front here. Now notice this front one actually starts in rainbow fish's body. So it's actually kind of in front of his body. That's why I'm erasing that line to make it look like that fin is in front. Now I'm going to make his face. To draw his face, I'm going to make a round line that goes all the way from the top to the bottom. Nice. Now in front of that line is his eye, and his eye shaped like a circle, and I always like to put the iris in the middle of that eye as well. Now, his mouth is really fun. So to make his mouth, I'm actually going to make a letter V again, just like I did when I was beginning to make rainbow fish. So I'm going to make a letter V just like this, right below the eye, and I like to turn my paper sideways. Now at the top, instead of making a rounded line, I'm going to make a line that bumps in the middle. So bump and to the other side. Perfect. Now he has his big kissy lips. Love it. But I do need to erase the part of his face that's going through those big kissy lips. Nice. And then finally, I'll add one extra line down the center to make it look like he can open and close his mouth. Perfect. Okay, so now next for rainbow fish is going to be to start thinking about what can go around rainbow fish. So obviously I need some things like water and sand and seagrass, maybe a shell or rocks or maybe bubbles. So you can add whatever you would like. You can even be inspired by the story Rainbow Fish that you listened to at the beginning. You can even go back and look at the illustrations from that story to help you get some ideas of what you want to add to your picture. So I'm going to imagine my rainbow fish is swimming at the bottom of the ocean, and there's rocks and sand and seagrass all around him. Right now, I'm just drawing with pencil because as an artist, I want to plan my artwork before I color or paint it. So in this one, I'm just going to be drawing with my pencil first before I begin to add color. So once your whole drawing is planned, the next thing you're going to do is add some color. But I want you to stick with me. Only add color in the places that I add color, because when we return next week to finish our art, then we need to make sure that we're all on the same page. So for right now, I'm going to add color to the space around rainbow fish. So the waves, the sand, the seagrass, the shells, the rocks, whatever you put around my rainbow fish. And I have a challenge for you. I'd love for you to sometimes press hard with your crayon. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm using all my might to press hard to make dark blue waves all around rainbow fish. But then when you color in the water, I'd love for you to press softer. When you do that, you're going to be creating a different value of your color. And that's important as artists too, that we are able to create value with our crayons. So I pressed hard, and now I'm going to use the side of my crayon to press a little bit softer to make the rest of the water a lighter shade of blue. This is called using value. Then I'm going to actually stick with that same technique, pressing hard sometimes and pressing soft other times to finish up coloring the objects around rainbow fish. Notice I have not colored rainbow fish yet. I will eventually. Right now I'm working on the objects around rainbow fish. Alright, so with my green, I'm actually doing another technique. This technique is called color blending. It's when you use more than two colors to create a new special color. So I used my light green first, and now I'm adding some of the darker green to it, letting the two colors blend or mix together to create my own custom color. Pretty fantastic. Alright, so obviously that's where you're going to stop for today. We've worked really hard. This rainbow fish is looking really fantastic. So now what I'd love for you to do is put rainbow fish aside, save him for next week, and whenever we return, we'll be putting the final touches on our rainbow fish. Alright, I'll see you back here next time at the Heart of a Viking.